Hello and welcome to the Carbuncle Chronicle, your podcast for everything awesome in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Basil, and I main a Lalafell summoner named 4K Ryusuke on Leviathan.
Hi, I'm Anna. I main a dancer named Cormia Ryusuke, also on Leviathan.
And I'm Tobias. I play Nanavai Silvestri, another Lalafell, a paladin on Leviathan.
That's us, and we all play Final Fantasy XIV in case you haven't figured that out yet. And while you would think, oh, they're talking about Dawn Trail and what's coming up, 2025, the first thing I actually want to talk to Tobias about is the fact that you have now cleared every extreme trial that Endwalker had. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good, actually. We talked about it in the past, but that was sort of our main goal, is doing all the Endwalker extremes to get the FF4 Bahamut mount, and we just finished the extreme version of Zeromus. And, while we still have to get all the mounts for everybody to really finalize our goal, the hard part is over. I feel done. I feel accomplished. And, it strikes me way back when this first started, I still felt like a fresh little sprout, even though I'd played through six expansions, right? 6 games. I still felt pretty new to this game, and going through the fulgur and flame of the extreme trials, I really felt myself grow this past year as a player, not only just in the ability to play my job, but also the ability to work together with a crew. It's been a great journey. Learned a lot on the way there.
Yeah, because we actually did everything. At least one clear had to be synced, which means we had to figure out how to actually play the game.
Y'all did great. I was really proud of how well. Like that's one reason I like doing the farming with this group, is they're willing to learn. Like they learn, and they learn well. You can go in with a group of people and teach them a fight, but there's a lot of times you'll get people where they just can't learn it. They can't comprehend. If you screw up a mechanic, they just kind of resign themselves to, I will always screw up that mechanic. And so that's what I like with the Blood God folks, is that everybody does their best. Like, they do their best to learn the mechanic, and if they screw up, they're like, oh, that's why I screwed up. Okay, I won't do it that way again.
Exactly. And we're all kind of growing together as a group, which I think is part of it. We're all none of us are hardcore experts. I mean, you are, Anna. You've been playing this game forever, and you're you're the one guiding us through it. But generally, the group, we're all kind of on the same skill level. We're all making mistakes at the same degree. Really, there's not one that's particularly bad. There's not one that's particularly great, and getting annoyed at having to wait. It feels like we're all kind of on the same page, and I think we're all on the same page as accomplishing this goal. And now that we've finished Endwalker, I think the next goal will be, of course, to catch up with the Dawn Trail ones. We still got a whole lot of game in front of us. I really want to continue doing the extremes. They're currently sort of where I'm at skill level wise. Maybe one day Savage, maybe. But right now I'm pretty happy learning the extremes, because not only is there a challenge, but they're fun. Having to learn the choreography and the movement. That's kind of I really have enjoyed just learning it and playing it, and getting these fights under my belt.
I will tell you, while Savage is harder, it's not like League's harder.
Oh.
So if you can handle extremes and you can understand how they work, you're comprehending mechanics, you're learning what this symbol does, and you're learning the dance. Savage is that, but more so.
Well, so I would say Savage is that, but faster.
There you go.
It is taking all those mechanics, possibly doing at least 2 at a time, and doing them faster.
So what I'm hearing is, now that we finish the barbecue, you're gonna put us from the fire into the pandemonium as we do the Savage.
Y'all have fun with that. I refuse to go back through Pandemonium Savage, except for P8 and maybe eventually P12. I'm good.
I am perfect, as I have done. It was in Shadowbringers, but I did do a tier and some change of Savages. I am perfectly happy mostly doing extremes as my quote-unquote hard content.
And you did the tier with Eden 8. I mean, you did it with the current ultimate, bosses. Like, you did probably one of the harder tiers, I feel like. And it was, probably one of my favorites. But, so yeah, no, and you did Chaotic with me the day it came out. And you were learning it very well. And that one, while they were saying it's very entry-level Savage, they kind of pushed it a little harder than I think they should have. Especially the second phase that gives everyone problems. Like, the beginning, like the first and second phases, I feel are more equivalent to a floor 1 or 2 of Savage. Second phase might be a floor 3. So, like, if you, like, go into looking at Chaotic, like, that'll give you a good idea of what Savage would be like.
Okay.
The only problem is there's 24 people. Trying to get 8 people to do the right thing is already hard enough. Getting 24 people to do it, whew.
Yeah, that was the one that came out on Christmas Eve, right?
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah, I just kind of had other plans happening, and I just kind of put it off. And at this point, like, after hearing everyone else freak out about it, I don't know. Maybe one day. I'm not in a huge rush because, like, you still have to grind a lot to get the stuff, the goodies, right?
They're making some adjustments to the rewards on Tuesday, and I'm curious to see things will take then, because they're going to be doing an update to where you can change, like, one of the currencies to the other one. Because one of them means one of them is Daemon Material, where you clear it. I think you need 99 of them to get the mount. And you are guaranteed 2, I think, a clear. Or you will be. I don't know. I think they're changing that too. So you usually get some a clear. And then you have a possibility of a bonus if you're in a bonus time. But you need 99 of those. Once you get 99 of those and buy your mount, there's really no reason to go back in. There's no use for those. So that's why I'm glad they're going to make it to where you can transfer those into the ones where you can buy, like, the hairstyle, or buy the other mount, or buy armor pieces. And you can sell the other mount and the hairstyle and, make money that way, or gear up other classes or things like that. So it increases the longevity of the content.
And I guess that's another reason I haven't even pushed to do that is, now that I'm caught up, I'm finding myself slowing down a bit. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still, enjoying playing this game every week with the static and whatnot. But I'm also not, like, logging every day and spending hours playing. I'm logging in to maybe chip away at a Wondrous Tales. Lately, my project has been Red Mage. I've been leveling Red Mage up. Because I just kind of wanted something different, and Red Mage seemed kind of interesting. But other than those little projects, I really haven't been hardcore into, doing stuff like Chaotic, or even, doing Jeuno every week. We did Jeuno, and I've done it a few times since, but I haven't really done my weeklies in the same way. So I kind of want to give myself enough space to continue having things to do, so that I'm not one of those YouTube influencers in an expansion. This game has nothing in it, man. I've done it all.
See, and that's the thing. My subscription has never lapsed in, oh God, are we on year 11 now? My subscription has never lapsed, and I never don't have anything to do. Like, I'm never sitting here going, oh, there's nothing to do. Now, there are days I don't want to do anything. And so I, like, either won't log on, or, like, I'll get on and gather, or I'll, I don't really want to go into PF for anything, or I don't, I might do something, but I've never felt man, there's really nothing to do. Like, there's always stuff to do.
But it's also important to pace oneself. As one does pace oneself, you need to know what you are doing, I suppose, so you know what you want to do and plan ahead and don't overdo it, which is why we're initially talking about what has been new lately in Final Fantasy XIV, which is patch 7.1 Crossroads. Just so everyone knows, our general spoiler levels for this episode are like Popoto Chips, thin slices of Popoto fried to a golden crisp and lightly salted to create the perfect snack. This is that kind of episode where we won't be going like too into depth into spoilers, but you might hear a name or two. So we are going in. You probably at least know what the whole Dawn Trail deal is, but we're not going to really like dig in ultra deep.
I'm gonna no, because if we're talking about the end of the MSQ, no, you need to be caught up or you don't want to listen. Like,
it's going to be ghost pepper Popoto Chips.
Yeah, like, yeah, no, there's major spoilers if you've not caught up.
Okay, I didn't know if we really wanted to delve into that, but okay, I mean we could. That's cool. So we'll start off talking about Anna's favorite MMORPG, Final Fantasy XI. It's the first thing, and it's the first thing that they start off like on the website for patch 7.1 is Alliance Raid Dungeon, Echoes of Vanadil, Jeuno, the First Walk.
No, this is the time we get to talk about 11. Basil was like, we should do a whole episode. No, this is a 14 podcast. We are not talking about 11 unless it's in 14. This is when we can talk about 11.
Okay, I've got.
All right, that's for the next 2 hours. Brace yourselves. We talk about FF11. Now, I think one of the first things I want to mention is that the trailer for 7.1 had a lot of 11 stuff in it. And man, I really love the trailer for this this patch. You know, I've watched a few in the past, you know, since I was taking so long to catch up, but this one really blew me away with just the way the way that everything was framed, the way the music sort of started in with the Vanadil March, and then you kind of do some of the story stuff for the main MSQ, and then it cuts back over to Prish and the Jeuno stuff while it plays like the battle theme, and then you see the sound, you hear the sound effects as it goes through like the battle menus on the screen. Like, man, I watched that trailer probably like 10 times that first day. It was it blew me away.
Team making this game also worked on that game. No, I thoroughly enjoyed the trailer. Like, it was fun, it was exciting. There wasn't things I was as excited about because I didn't know them like y'all do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would have Basil say, okay, explain to me why this is important. Explain what this is, or explain, but it was fun, and I was excited. I'm still excited to see, what the rest of it's going to be. I enjoyed this a lot. It ranks well above Evil East for me. It ranks probably it's a little more fun than Mock for me. I did enjoy it, even though 11 is not my jam. I did enjoy it. I actually just got the Shadow Lord minion in my last run.
Oh, nice. The mini minion or whatever it's called.
Nano Lord or something, yeah.
Yeah, for me, even though I'd only really played 11 this past year and only really the past few months, like I felt an almost sort of nostalgia for this. Like when we did it, the Blood Gut Crew, we did it, the first night. It was like, oh, the music. Remember the music. Oh, this place. I remember being there. I've walked past here, and there's a lot of little Easter eggs, both when you get to Ruan Gardens in Sky, and then even when you get back to Jeuno outside of the instance, like there's little spirits that mention things in the game, and a bunch of little Easter eggs like that really hit me in a way that I didn't expect to happen a year ago. A year ago, we had Sphene on to talk about 11 when it was first announced, and I can't believe that this is where I'm at a year later, getting excited for the FF11 stuff in 14. It's what have I become, Basil? What have you done to me?
What have I done to you? What have I done to you?
Y'all blame Vic for that one. That's all Vic.
Can you imagine, like, 5 years ago being like, hey, you're about to live through a global pandemic and come out the other end playing Final Fantasy XI? I wouldn't have believed you, but this is where my life is.
Yeah. I'm going to do like an 11 awesome cast of some form or fashion. Like that's like
At some point,
I
yeah.
have had, some experiences with 11 now again because this wasn't my first time playing 11, but this time I actually had fun playing 11.
Oh yeah.
So I definitely do want to take some time and talk about it. But we are talking about the Alliance raid, and it was really, really good. And
Mhm.
we'll say that, holy cow, I don't mean to be a graphics snob, but good lord, do I kind of want to play an 11 where they use the 14 graphics engine now because,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that was so pretty.
It was kind of amazing what all they had done, like putting actual Jeuno in there. And even though we didn't really get to see all of the city, is still like it's little it's a little tough to go back to 11 because the way now we've seen Jeuno in its full form, now we've seen all these other areas in their full form. Got to go back to a PS2 game, a little tough.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is a little tough, and I feel bad because they had their login campaign for 11, and I did not. I updated everything. I'm like, all right, now I'm going to play, and then I didn't.
Yeah.
But 11's neat. The Alliance raid was really fun. I love the whole concept of what they're doing to get you in there and
Mhm.
why we're doing it. I thought it was a really neat way of handling it, where it's still, it goes back into things that we saw happen in Dawn Trail and extrapolates something that I wasn't expecting them to. 2 plus 2 equaled 4, but I wasn't expecting that version of a 2 and that version of a 2 to equal this version of a 4.
Jesse Cox being correct was not on my bingo card for at least the Alliance raid. His absolute favorite character and the person we thought was the actual villain of Dawn Trail, who just got kicked off the side of a thing into a ditch, never to be seen again. Yep, that's who's behind it. It's like, what?
And I like that for the past year we've been wondering, like, is it going to be another shard? Is it going to be another continent? Like, what is Vanadil going to be? And there's so much conversation about what it was, what it would be. It's like, oh, that guy just decided to make his own MMO out of Electro.
I feel like it's 11 VR.
But we also don't know how he figured it out or
Mhm.
how does he know about it? Like how did he get a hold of it?
Part of me is sitting there going, do you take Electrope and Dynamis and just smack it together? Like, is that what happened? Because yeah.
It was something that they had, like this culture has this ability to do, these sort of things with these materials, and now there is a material that's so much better at it, that does it so much better than what he had. And also, who knows if the materials that those people use isn't derived from offshoots of Electrope.
I'm telling you, Emmett Selk did not know about this shard, because if he had, Amrot would have all been Electrope. I would have guaranteed that would have been like a foreshadow thing or something.
Yeah.
But
we're still going to get more of it. Like, we still have 2 more. And while they kind of give us a general idea of what Vanadil is, yeah, but it's still a big question mark. There's still quite a few question marks, actually, regarding Prish and this other, Elvan adventure that showed up here. So, like, we still have lots to learn, even though we've got through the first couple bosses. And man, the bosses, wow. I've said it before, but I think Dawn Trail's major strength, the one thing I think, no matter what your opinions on anything else are, man, the battles continue to just be off the charts and so much fun to play.
Yeah, Dawn Trail has definitely upped, and I think this is going to be for the good and for the bad. It's definitely upped the difficulty of everything. Dungeons, Alliance raid, Savage, I'm not sure, but like, it's definitely upped the difficulty on a lot. And if they ever go back, people are going to complain, which they complain anyway. But that we're already how many weeks into, Jeuno being out, and people still die. I mean, we could still wipe on, people still die. People still almost wipe on Shadow Lord or Fafnir, like,
Yeah.
I mean, hell, even the 5, like there's in every fight that it's not a pushover like people felt like Miss of the Realm was. And it's what makes it fun. Like, I don't feel like it's as difficult as Evil East was, or at least as punishing as Evil East was, because that one, I felt like it was a slog to get through it every time when you had all these people dying and it was just taking so long. This one, you still have people dying, but you still don't feel like it's taking forever.
Yeah, they definitely have figured out the secret sauce to make things both difficult but fun and interesting. They really have figured out that balance, and it is very, very enjoyable. Much like the new dungeon, the name I'm going to
Yuweyawata.
butcher,
Yuweyawata.
the field station.
This one's fun. I wish I wouldn't just get this in expert roulette, but it's fun. Creepy as all get out.
Yeah, it is such a good mood piece.
It is the most Resident Evil dungeon we have.
Yeah, I really like the song here is the one they used in the trailer, and the way when they did the choreographed scenes in the trailer, like it really hit me. Like, man, we're gonna find out some really juicy stuff about Zoralja and baby Galulja, and we kind of did. But going in this, you're hearing the music every time. It's like it really adds to that atmosphere.
And man, that like all the bosses were great. Like what was the first one?
The first one is the bison, the electric bison thing.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
that one's fun. Like I like it's got a different. It reminds me of I believe it was the second boss from Aether Front, the bear. Like the way that he does like his attacks with the lines and everything. It reminds me of that one. And I like the addition of like the crystals you have to kill before they go off. The second boss reminds me so much of Owlith from Alamigo. I'm like, oh my gosh, they would be best friends. And I hate it because I hate the stupid mechanic where you get the spinny finger above your head and you have to get to the safe spot. You have to be at the edge of the arena and you cannot go through the bad because the bad is such a horrible bleed. And it hurts. Like, and you can't not be at the edge. If you are anywhere close to closer in, you die. Like, that is a very punishing proximity. And I like it. But, man, does it frustrate me sometimes.
I've only done that dungeon as Paladin so far. And I can imagine if I was doing it as a caster, especially when he does the things in the middle with the circles, with the AoEs that just constantly go off and off and off. Like, it's easy as a melee, but as a caster, I can imagine being a little
Well, and
crazy.
I told Basil, Basil was we were doing it together, and he was getting very frustrated. I said, Basil, I said, stand closer to the middle. I said, and as soon as you see like the first set, go to a safe spot. I said, it's not. That's what I think. The challenging part about it is it's messing with our sense of you see the orange, you have time to get out of it. This one, you see it, you go. Like there is no wait.
Yeah, I definitely is I thought it was here's a pattern, remember the pattern, and react to the pattern. And it's not that. It is, everything's already going off. It's just showing you where to go, where is safe. And you just have to book it. And once I comprehended that, then suddenly that part of the fight became so much easier. It tricked me.
Yeah.
I really feel this is also one of those dungeons where I really feel your first time either go with the duty support or go with people that you know who are willing to let you take it slow.
Because there's notes to read.
Well, just the atmosphere,
Yeah.
the oppressiveness, the creepiness. I just remember really taking my time looking at everything and just feeling this dread as I was playing it. And then you open up the thing and you see the Tural Vidral that is awaiting you, and you just see this massive vortex. And I felt bad for Valagramanda because I felt this dungeon did a so much better job of preventing this potentially world-ending creature. And it's just a dungeon boss. It's just a dungeon boss. It's not even a trial, but it's got a gravitas to it that I thought Balgamana kind of lacked in comparison.
Gosh, and then the arena change with like
Yeah.
the first part of the fight's hard enough with all the AoEs and the fucking ruby weapon of it all.
Oh yeah.
Like you've got all that at first, and he takes out the middle of the arena. Yeah, that. So I was doing it. Was it last night? I was doing it as a healer, and I'm grateful that we had already gotten the boss down enough. I DC'd, and the paladin was able to keep everybody alive to finish the fight. But that fight is scary when you're on the outer ring because you've got proximity, you've got a chasing AoE. The boss is very much the proto Carbuncle model, and I like it. But he jumps, and like that gives me PTSD from Savage because I'm like, okay, I know you're about to like swipe in front of you. I got to get behind you. Well, if you don't go the right way, you're gonna get got. Like you have to go the right way because you can go around either way, but if you don't go the correct way, you're gonna get, and like you can't rescue people because there's a giant hole in the middle.
Yep.
You can't gap close because there's a giant hole in the middle. So like it is such a dance because you've got so much going on with such minimal space to work with. And I like it. It's fun. I still
not
need
often
the
you see
minion.
that kind of thing. Like what was the frog fairy from Shadowbringers when halfway through you have to walk that little path to close the gap.
Oh, yes.
Yes. It's kind of like that where there's not that too many
in Don Meg.
Yeah, Don Meg, where you kind of like you don't see the mechanic a whole lot where you have to walk through little paths like that. You mostly have this wide open arena with its circle or square, and besides AoEs and certain boss effects, it's not something like this.
I really like it when they screw up with the layout of a fight. I always enjoy it. It's always wacky and crazy and good. I like it when they suddenly screw with the layout when you fight the Shadow Lord, where it's this shape. Oh no, now it's this shape. Well, this is an entirely different kind of shape. I liked it in this fight where suddenly there's a big hole in the middle, and now you've got to deal with that.
And it's also fun whenever you finish the dungeon, jump in the hole. You don't die. You just go right back to the to where the NPCs are standing. You can just jump in as many times as you want. It's fun.
That's the one time I fell was after the fight was over. I was like, oh yeah, I need to go to the thing. Woo! And I said, you're fine. You just go right back. It ain't nothing. I'm like, oh, okay.
It just freaks you out a bit when you accidentally sort of walk off. You get that sensation that when you fall, of that loss of control right quick, and your stomach leaps up into your mouth.
No, yeah.
But speaking about the atmosphere, right after this, you get to explore the area using that sort of mechanic they introduced in Endwalker, the end of Endwalker patches, where there's story stuff in the instance with the NPCs. I thought that was a really cool way to get you to explore like the back hallways and whatnot of the Yuweyawata field station.
Yeah, I enjoy when they do that with the dungeons.
Yeah, I enjoyed that when we did Troya and Endwalker. I enjoyed it here. I love the concept of a dungeon. I understand that they're essentially awesome set piece funnel tubes that we're going through, and they do a really good job of making really good tubes that aren't tube shaped, but they're still functionally tubes. So when they go back and make you actually make use of the space, it starts feeling more like it's an actual space you're doing stuff with, and that's always a good feeling.
It's like they and they did that kind of I know they did this with the Picto job quest, like you're going through Hawk Manor, and I'm glad that because I feel like they started all of this when they made Hawk Manor into a set piece for All Saints Wake. Because they made it to where you could just be in there for either the mini games or you could do like before they made the special new areas that they do for holidays. You could go. That's where you went to like get glamored into looking like an NPC, and you can go take fun screenshots. And I feel like that was the start of, oh yeah, we have these set pieces. We can do something else with them.
It also reminds me of what do they call that? Where you can just go sightseeing in a dungeon.
Floor mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was also, I think they're like, yeah, we have the ability for them just to run around in a dungeon without monsters in it. Maybe we should actually make use of this. I also really, thinking back, I remember that one All Saints Wake where they took.
Did you not hear me?
Oh yeah, she does talk about
I literally just mentioned this with Hawk Manor.
No, not Hawk Manor. It was a different dungeon. It was Total where you actually had to go through the dungeon, but you didn't have your usual abilities. It was one of those where they gave you predetermined abilities and you had to use those because you weren't actually killing anything.
That's right. Well, that's like, I guess the first time they actually did something like this with a dungeon was when we were rescuing Raubon in Heavensward. Because we went through Halatali. I mean, it's through an instance, but we went through Halatali.
Interesting.
I think, or not Halatali.
Yeah,
no.
it was Halatali. You're right, yeah.
So they have done this before, but yeah, like, I forgot we went to Totorak like that.
So anyways, the Minstrel's Ballad, Sphene's Burden. That was a trial. I haven't done it yet.
No, I'm waiting on our extremes to get there. I haven't done Valor Gamanda yet. I haven't done Zoral Jaw.
But ironically, this is the only one I have now. I actually got the mount pretty early on with my clears on this one. I'm still working on the other two. But this one had a lot of high expectations because Endsinger was so disappointing. Like, it's the final boss of the expansion. Like, this is the first extreme we have to wait on. Like, you get Valor Gamanda, you get Everkeep, but this is the final boss of the expansion. You're really excited to see how they're going to up this for the extreme. Endsinger was pretty disappointing. I really like this one. There's a mechanic missing that a lot of people are upset that it's missing, but I feel like it was. Yeah, I feel like this one was easier than Everkeep.
What was the mechanic?
The walls. The walls where you have the gravity pads that you either have to be floating or down to go through the wall, the windows. The gravity mechanic is here, but it's different, and you don't have the walls coming at you, and that's what people are missing. But there's ice bridges. Ice bridges is what's going to make or break you. It does do the real fun thing of throughout the fight, you see three different platforms, or the stage changes three different things, minus the just square. Okay. You have the square, you have the X, you have the two platforms, and then you have three platforms. And throughout the fight, you go through all of those. Well, the final phase, she can spin the arena and the platform changes. And so you have to look to the sides and see which way the background is spinning to find out which platform is going to be under you. And you see like you have sort of a outline of all the patterns on top of each other. So you have to figure out what stage is going to come under you and be in an area to where you're safe where you currently are, and you will be safe when the new one comes. It's fun. It's a lot to look at, but it's a lot of fun.
That's great.
So I actually do need to go back into this because I didn't know it at the time. when it first came out and I was farming it, there was a glitch to where the triple triad card would not drop, and that's what I'm missing. So I got to go back and farm it for the triple triad card.
I can't wait. It's been a hot minute since I did the normal version, but I've really enjoyed the mechanics, and hearing you talk about it, I'm like, oh, I can't wait. That sounds so much fun.
Well, a fight that is even harder that I will never, ever, ever do is the latest Ultimate raid, Futures Rewritten.
It looks amazing. Like I'm really, really enjoyed watching the world first race for that. I like that there are bad endings. Like you can get a bad ending if you don't do mechanics correctly, and that's really neat. I like that they really messed with it to where like they made them where the puzzle for this one's not near as difficult as like Alexander was or like some of the other ones were. But like, you know, with DSR, you have to you find out later. Oh, you can save Harshaphant. What happens if you save him? Like you have to figure out how to save him and then continue the fight. This one, you know, they have. I think it's the memory crystal with Reed and Gaia in it, talking about. I think it was a lipstick or the necklace, and you have to keep it alive. You're having to do all your mechanics, but you're having to keep that crystal alive. And if it breaks, you get the bad ending, and the bad ending is the tree from E12 with the boob grapes. So, like, you're not wanting to get that boss for the ending. You want to get Reen and Gaia fusing together for your final boss. And so it's really neat that they have. And then they have, like, the end. Like, apparently, the very end of the fight, if the conditions are right for you to clear it, like the boss is far, like, because apparently, like, the boss is the boss, but then you also hear Reen and Gaia talking. But like, it's like if the conditions are right and you have percentages low enough and you've done everything, they like cheer you on, and it's really neat. That I like that they're doing more with the voices this expansion, because you know with Arcadian, the announcer, he talks about you, like whatever y'all have done, like if you die, if you fall off, if you use limit break, like he reacts to you, and so I like that they're kind of doing that more, and they did that with the Mahjong as well, like you can get those voices to react to you as well. I like that they're adding that more.
Yeah, I love hearing about all the new like I guess fan fiction stories they're doing between saving Harshaphant and seeing Perfect Alexander, like all the Alexander bosses coming together like a giant robot, and the stuff here. I just hope that maybe one day I'm going to be able to be good enough to see that.
And honestly, like this could be something like if it would require a dedicated night, dedicated time. But like, and it would take time, but y'all, and we could do it. Like, that group, like if you have a good group that will study, that will, learn what they need to be personally responsible for certain things, I think we could do an ultimate together.
You hear that, Basil? You're part of the group too.
But we gotta get through this chaotic alliance, right, which we've already talked about. We could also practice the Jade Stoa, the newest and real. It's Byaku. It's fine.
It is. It is the extreme. There's not a hard mechanic in that fight. Like the biggest thing is tanks need to know how to mitt, and
done.
You need to know what color your role is. If you're a tank, you're blue. If you're a DPS, you're red, and if you're a healer, you're green. Go to that spot if you get marked with something. Like, that is absolutely the only. Honestly, I'm enjoying it. I was skeptical because Party Finder is real weird sometimes about what they can and cannot clear. But I've been able to clear every week since it came out. Like, Party Finder's been not terrible. Like, I've had some groups that are bad, but overall I've been able to clear every week with little to no headache.
The reward from this is the faux hollows thing, right?
Yes. So you do the Fox Hollows, and you earn your leads because you get to play it twice. Well, you get to play it once for beating it, and then you have a chance to find your retail like special little symbol. And once you get that, then you can do it again, and your goal is to earn these leaves. And there's either like a little box, your retail symbol, or the fox, And I have a spreadsheet. Someone came out with a spreadsheet with like all the board patterns and what like every possibility it could be. So that's a great way to, try and min-max your leaves, because there are 6 or so mounts. There's a lot of mounts. There's minions, and there's a Framer's Kit that are all, like, there's other rewards I don't really know about because I don't look at them. But those are all, I said they're exclusive to Fox Hollows, but they're not. There's another way to get these items, and that's if you get a gold certificate, 3 lines from Chloe. So this one is actually more, I feel like this is a little more obtainable. And if you're looking and doing Unreal, I would highly recommend doing this one. This is probably the easiest we've had since Ultima Weapon, and it's easier than Ultima Weapon. Yeah, I would highly, highly encourage people to try out this one if they want to try it.
All right, sounds good.
And the biggest disappointment Dawntrail has done since not explaining Solar Bahamut, Reese Darby did not show up in the Pelu Pelu Society quests.
I forgot, yeah. But it was good. It was good.
It was very good.
I was highly, the stories were great. The rewards were great. Like, Beast Tribes so far have not disappointed. Ever since Heaven's Ward, like, those stories have been top notch. And I'm excited for the next one, which should be crafting.
This was the battle one where we have the Tural advertising, like, tourist association agency thing, and we're more or less being the brawn to make sure that everyone's safe while they explore Tural. And it was just a really cute set of quests that you can do, and it levels up your combat classes real good. Or combat jobs, my bad. It's good stuff. What's also great. Oh my gosh. I saved doing this before the podcast, and I'm so glad that I did. We got the very start of the inconceivably further Hildebrand adventures, and oh man, y'all, as the kids say, they're cooking.
It's Hildebrand. I mean,
it's real good. I am fine with the existence of Solution 9, but I feel it is the perfect place for the kind of goofball story they're telling for Hildebrand. When I saw the character they're introducing in this one, I was like, oh, you not. Oh, you did. Oh, you did. Oh, he's got what for? His name is, excuse you, Square Enix? Excuse you, Creative Division, Business, whatever, 3? Hello? I'm on board. 100 on board. It is great and amazing, and I cannot wait for more of it.
It was fun. It was one of the, like, most recent things I've done. I love Nashu. Like, Nashu always a joy. So getting to hang out with her was fun.
I've not laughed that much at a video game or much in a while. It was,
I would say, since the last expansion, Hildebrand, because Hildebrand is always, it's stupid and fun.
They got me real good. It was really, really, really good.
I can't say anything because I haven't. No, I kind of put it off, and I just keep forgetting that it's a thing. So I know I'm a Brad Nashu fanboy.
Yeah, it is very short because it's only one quest, I believe, because it is very much the introduction.
Okay.
But it's a hell of an introduction.
Oh my God, Tobias, when we're done, you need to get onto 14 and go do it. Like, I am not kidding. Yeah, and you're gonna mess me back and go, yeah, you're right. I should have done this. Like, this was amazing. It is so good. It is so, oh my, it is so good.
I've seen sort of screenshots shared around. Like, it looks like he's in like a noir detective sort of.
No, we might spoil other things. I ain't spoiling this. Like, you, like, I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna spoil the important things in this. It is.
Oh my God.
It is. Oh my God. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Which, Basil, I'm noticing you did not even put MSQ on this list of what happened.
Well, again, my original thought when I was planning for
To
this
see if they
recording,
would.
I was like, well, we'll talk about 7.1 here and there, and then we'll talk about what's looking forward to, and we can do this all in like an hour. And we've already spent about the first hour, and we're technically not even done with the patches stuff. So
And if you save it near the end, that gives people a chance
That's true.
to avoid it.
That's true. So yeah, so Hildebrand's great.
Okay, here's a spoiler section, maybe.
Watching Meki Meki, I haven't finished it yet, but what I've done so far, I enjoy. Which everyone that has done the role or the deliveries quests, they like the Bun Boys. There's 2 Bun Boys everybody likes, and I like that they know their audience and they want to troll us a little bit with them. So that's as far as I've gotten right now, but I need to finish it. But it's fun. I didn't pay as much attention to these quests. Like I know there was a Blue Mage in the fishing quests and other things, and then on the same lines we have the new custom delivery. I feel like they knocked it out of the park with Margaret, so anything that's after Margaret is a little But I enjoyed getting to do the train things and getting my outfit, my gunslinger outfit.
they also did an update Hall of the Novice, which was good. And if you are not used to remotely harder mechanics, you should all go do it. It is a very good crash course. Further, it even has a syllabus or a guide to tell you what every single frickin' marker means.
It was definitely a good learning tool for people. I just wanted to see what it was and get the ring, because you get a ring that helps leveling up. Because the gear from Hall of Novice is also really good to get when you're just starting out the game. This is another one to get, because I believe it's level 30 and under, or maybe even higher. But it's great teaching, like especially like Tobias, with being a tank, it teaches you how to intercept tethers. It teaches you what a tank buster, like the red and black tank buster, like so people know what that looks like. It teaches people not to run away with a stack marker. It teaches people, like your individual AoE markers.
Maybe you could teach me how to do the chasing AoEs, like I figured up last night.
It does the chasing AoEs, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a really good, much needed update, and I hope newer players go look at it.
Yeah, even just being a newer player myself, like I went through and did those when I first started playing, and that certainly helped me get used to what was being expected of me in each of the roles, rather than just auto attack and use your basic 1, 2, 3. You had specific things you needed to do, but they didn't do any markers, so I had to learn stack ups, tank busters, all that kind of stuff. You just trial by fire in reading the wiki. But I'm glad now they've like codified that into the language of the game and training the kids into that.
Okay.
It's been fun to see how they name things, because there are certain mechanics, like we know stack marker, we know flare, we know, I don't remember if I don't think these were in there, but like the enumerations, that I feel like they call that something else, because enumeration is what it was called in, I think it was Alexander. But it's not called that like in everything. Yeah. But that's what we call enumeration. We call snake priority because of Pandemonium. We call
Protean.
Yeah, Protean. We call limit cut. Like it's been fun to see what the actual names are that they're calling things.
Okay. This is where we're going to pull out our ghost pepper sauce and slather on our Popoto Chips. So, spoilers for the end of the patch go here.
Yeah, so Sphene's an Ascian.
Maybe.
That grin.
We have 2 Sphenes. There's 2 Sphenes. What is so that what I kind of didn't really get it at first, but reading up on it, it was like so the vision we see at the end, the person whose eyes we're seeing through, that's probably the real Sphene, yes. The actual original bodied Sphene.
And I feel like, because they say, yeah, I'm curious to know. I am absolutely curious to know, because she says, are my people safe? I want to know, is that original Sphene from thinking of the calamity, or, the lightning calamity, or is it ours? It could be both. It could be either one. Because it could be the one that doesn't know us at all. And she wants to know if her people are safe because of the lightning, all that.
Mm-hmm.
I just love how they're like, yeah, we really need to go. We need to find Miss Stoa and tell her what's going on. It's like, dude, she's got bigger shit to worry about right now.
But there's also another Sphene who is clearly evil, who is clearly malicious, who has clearly got something going on. I don't know if she is an Ascian. I don't know if she is preservation, because we haven't ever actually met anyone who's actually in preservation yet. We know who they are and what they were doing, and that the Sphene we were dealing with is a consequence of their actions of preservation, but we've never actually met anyone in preservation.
Yeah.
I will say one of my absolutely favorite moments, and I don't care if you hate Wukamot, like, I don't hate her. I like her very much. But I absolutely loved her reaction. It's not, oh, we killed you, you shouldn't be here. Her reaction to Sphene, to fake Sphene, saying, we can only save some of you. She was like, Sphene would never be okay with just saving some of her people. Like, I absolutely love that was her reason for why that wasn't Sphene. It's not, oh, that's an imposter. Well, how do you know? Well, I'm pretty sure I killed her. No, the real Sphene would not say that. She would not be satisfied with saving just some of her people. And I absolutely love that moment.
It's like stuff happened in the main game and characters grew and learned about it. And it's almost like things happened in Dawn Trail.
Yeah, like there's actual storytelling being done, and it's not just, oh no, we're not the main character. It's like, yeah, we are the main character, but there's can be other characters too, and you can let them grow and change. It's fine.
No, I mean, I love the look we give before we walk back. And I can just see my character going, I'm going to kill you again. Just wait. And then I went and did Sphene Extreme. But
yeah, it's like a great cliffhanger. It's like, 7.1 kind of just getting us into the next area. It's kind of whatever. The Yuweyawata station is neat. And I like those Earl Jaw backstory. And, the trailer really made it seem like maybe he would be, what do you say, like sympathetic? But no, he's still just kind of an asshole. He's really just there to get this power. Like if this, I don't think she was given a name, but I don't remember it. I don't feel like.
No.
Gulul Jaw's mom, the Miss I can fix him.
Yeah, exactly. Miss I can fix him. He's like, yeah, you want a kid? Fine, whatever. Just give me this power. But the end was just like we get this whole. I was really looking forward to it. It paid off seeing this civilization that didn't know what death was. They just had no comprehension of death. Really have to struggle with what it meant and the horrors that come with that. The trauma that we're all used to because we grew up in a world where that exists. But then to have it all wiped away by fake Sphene, like it felt bad. Like they were growing. We're finally integrating Alexandria into our world, but she just took it away, and she's going to use them for whatever nefarious purposes we'll see in the next few patches. But it kind of hit. And then we get to the end where real Sphene shows up. It's a cliffhanger. Like, what are we going to see? What's the next? I want 7.2 right now.
I like that there's two, because it's not we just know she's bad. Like, the whole time during Dawn Trail, I'm like, well, we know you're bad, but are you? I mean, we know you're going to be, yes, but this one, there's obviously, okay, here's the good one, here's the bad one, maybe. But I will say I'm disappointed with all the Kona stuff, because I like that he got closure with his parents. Yeah. But and I like that we got to show him more, doing things with people, because that was the thing that he needed to grow on, was he did not connect with people. And I like that. And I like that he was connecting, he was wanting to protect the Ronique, whatever, who knows how to say that. I like that. I like that he was, I did love him in all those moments. I just feel like it got overshadowed by the end, and two, it was kind of boring. But I don't know how you would have made it better. It's like, I'm glad they got it out of the way, I guess.
But you got to fight the thing.
Yeah, the fight against the thing was fun. Like, it was a lot of fun to get to do. Especially just being the three of us. I love getting to watch him do all of his little machinist things. And that was fun. Like, I tell you that when I first saw the trailer, he says, so now we know he says, I will save the Hetso. But I swear to God, in the trailer, it sounded like he said Exarch, and everybody's going, wait, what?
I can never make it out.
Like, every person I saw was going, what did he say? And like, they'd show a picture of Graha, it's like, did he say Exarch? No, he said the Hetso. Which is funny that it sounded, because even now, like, if I rewatch that cutscene, it still sounds like Exarch, even though I know that's not what he's saying.
Yeah, I can never make it out. Even though I watched it a lot, I thought it was really cool, like, the way he was delivering the line. I had no clue what he was actually saying. And now I don't feel bad. Like, at first I felt, maybe just me being deaf, I couldn't hear it. It's like, oh, how was I supposed to know that? It was a proper noun that I interacted with maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
But the most important thing was we find out he's just like us. He also orders all his glasses from Zenny Optical because he has enough money that he can afford spares.
Head to zennyoptical.com and use coupon code Carbuncle to get 0% off of your glasses.
Lord, do I wish that they would sponsor it. But yeah, so that was, but yeah, no, everything got overshadowed though with the end because yeah, I want to know more about our cup, and I want to know more about, I want, it's, I want, because the Asm symbol was on it again. I fully am in the camp that Asm created it. Either Asm created it, or I really do like my thought of maybe it was created to try to emulate Asm's magic to where, you can summon people, like, in case it was needed. So maybe, like, the convocation needed to be able to do that or something. I don't know. I thought it was, or, like, Asm did it so, like, they could use that in case they needed them. I don't know. That's my headcanon. But, like you said, Basil, we've heard so much about preservation. They've got to be behind it. Like, they've got to be, like, shadow, people in the background doing shit that, no one knows. So I know they're going to be the bad guys, but I want to see them, and I want more of that.
Yeah, we need a story. We need it now. Yoshi P.
Marchish, April.
Okay, wait, all right. Let's put another batch of Popoto Chips in the fryer and take a break and we'll come right back. And we're talking about us looking forward to Final Fantasy XIV in the year of our Yoshi P 2025. We'll be right back. And we're back. So patch 7.2, it's It's got to be coming, right? Like they've been cooking for a minute now. They do take like a little break for the holidays, but yeah, March, April, it's got to be.
I mean, whenever they announce a live letter is when we'll have a better idea.
There's only so much time they usually have between, once they start the new half of the series for PvP. There's only so much time, and so I feel like that we're getting up on it.
I have a feeling what's going to happen is we will have part 1 of the live letter in February. We will have part 2 of the live letter with trailer March, and then either late March, early April is when we'll get 7.2. Because we also haven't heard anything about Valentine's Day yet.
True.
I believe we're getting. I don't remember if anybody had data mined anything we're getting for that. I know we're getting something. But yeah, so
speaking of seasonal events, what did you guys get for your fortune?
Mine was bad.
What did you draw?
I don't remember. I'd have to look at my screenshot, but mine was not good.
Mine was great fortune. I lucked out on mine.
Yeah, I think I got like a medium fortune.
So
or something
I'm glad
like that.
we cover all the bases from good to bad.
Yeah, let me.
God, sorry, Anna.
Yeah, I know. Let me find. Here it is. Grave misfortune. Thou shalt experience considerable misfortune, which, since then, yes. Heed these words of guidance, and thy luck may change. Adventure, be alert, lest a celebration pass thee by. Relationships, thou shalt hear from the object of thine affection. Choose well thy words.
Hi.
All right, Basil. Prosperity, seek not profit in gilded halls. Let the amusement be its own reward. Conflict, a dull blade is quick to break. Hone thyself well. And then favor, unless thou embrace order like unto the keeper, thy difficulty shall become graver still. What the fuck did Oriange write these? But yeah, so, which, ironically, since this happened, my car's been hit while it was parked.
Oh, God.
Our air fryer died, our microwave died. We did figure out our electrical issues. One is it actually an electrical issue? But yeah, so I had the grave misfortune for mine. But I love the little minion. He's still out with me, my character, because I'm a huge Scree fan. And I was very excited about that. And I like that. I mean, it was a short quest, but I like that we got to go to different people and talk to them about.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think in the past we've had to have little fights and stuff.
Yeah, I miss the mochi pounding. It's the mochi pounding fate, and I miss it. They need to bring it back.
I kind of enjoyed what they did here because, like, I was walking through up to get the main quest. I saw some new people. I was like, "Oh, there's little boosts. I'll have to come back later." Oh, they're tied into the quest. Okay, so I get to go do the little quiz anyway. I thought they had a little bit of personality for each one of the question askers, quiz givers. Yeah. I guess the right word. It was enjoyable, and it's like, oh, there's a little. Oh, sorry, we're all out of little dolls. Oh, except for this one, you can have it. Oh shit, it moves.
Yes, I love it.
It was good stuff. But yeah, there's that. We have Valentine's Day coming up. We have a little Ladies' Day coming up.
Hatching Tide eventually, probably Hatching Tide will be around the patch,
right?
I expect.
Which will include the cruiserweight division of the Arcadian.
Oh boy!
Have they called it cruiserweight?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
it's light. Was it light and heavyweight, cruiserweight, and then heavyweight?
I think so.
When I was making up the notes, I found the thing where they actually say all three weights, but the middle one is cruiserweight. Okay.
Cool.
Gosh, it makes me wonder if we'll have like some kind of cruise chaser thing. I don't know why. That just
what I'm hoping is since we know the theme for Arcadian, maybe they can do this Kenny Omega crossover. We can get Kenny Omega as a boss.
Maybe that's the president. Maybe he is the president that's in the background. I would love for them to like sneak in something for that. That would be fun.
I know that Chili from Ogorani Radio, his crackpot theory that he doesn't think it's going to happen, he really wishes it would, is that the president, the guy in charge, are clearly going to be our final fight. Who the president is a shard of Xenos.
Oh my god!
Oh god! Don't even.
Part of me goes fuck no. Part of me goes maybe.
because he's this shard is so he wants that glorious fight. He wants, but nothing will ever match up. So they're using all this soul experimentation to create the ultimate
Of
challenge.
course, my brain. Anytime I think of the president, my brain thinks of like Giovanni from Pokemon. Like that's where my brain goes. But now I'm gonna think of Xenos every time. Man.
Well, I think it would be funny if this is where they put the Ascian that everyone's expecting. What if you're just Ascian and they're just like, I just want to mess with soul energy and create things, and I don't want to go conquer the world. Let's just make a wrestling.
Oh, from the get-go, I said the president was an ass. And I think the president is that Elizin that gives us Savage, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know if I'm ready for a new tier yet, but like, because my group, we've been doing we did reclears today, and we've all got our gear. You know, we're gonna get ready for the next tier. I don't know if I'm ready to learn new fights yet, but I am excited about them. I'm excited to see. I mean, we've had Cat, Bee, Bomb, and Ixion. I feel like a bear has to be in one of these. I don't know why. I feel like one of them has to be a bear, especially with Baldur's. It has to be some kind of weird Baldur's Gate thing. Maybe a bat. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go like more animal. I don't know if they'll go more like a kobold, like a random kobold, like from Hildebrand. But I don't know. I'm excited to see the continuation of this because I feel like the story parts with the souls, like I feel like we've got a fix to this problem already with the detempering thing. I don't understand why we don't shove that at people, but
I think it's sort of more complicated because people have brought up the same thing with the little kid that has the lightning sickness. Is like we can't just use our pig machine on it, like because it's a different sort of etherical problem. So maybe that's similar here, where it's not something that we can't just sick a pig on. But yeah, no, Arcadian was like the biggest surprise for me of the original. Like I wasn't really looking forward to the Shonen tournament arc, but it was amazing, and I cannot wait to see what they do with the second and third tiers.
And we're also getting more Vanadil, because whatever the next walk of
that won't be 7.2. That'll be 7.3.
A lot of this we don't know what is going to be in future patches.
Yes, that will be in 2025. Yes.
But as far as the new Vanadil stuff, I don't know. I've only played the first. I actually haven't finished Rise of Zither yet. I still got to do the Archangels, but I don't know what part 2 could be. I don't know what part 3 could be. There's so much more game left for me. I do hope they kind of mix it up because we did see Prish, who doesn't show up until Chains of Prometheia. I think she was the first boss. Then we go see the boss from what jungle was it? I'm blanking on it, but Fafnir, and then we get the boss of the very first expansion, Shadowlord. So are they gonna mix up the order a bit and maybe give us something we've already seen?
Well, they did because Divine Might is from Zillert, which happens after Shadowlord. So
right, yeah.
And we didn't even fight the jerkwads that were behind Divine Might in Echoes of Vanadil. So Lord knows who we're going to get, and so that's exciting. And I'm hoping 7.2, but who knows, it might be 7.3. Cosmic Exploration. I want to know what that actually is. We can guess.
Firmament in space.
It's wild.
Yes.
It's wild that we still don't know what this is. They've given so little information for this thing.
What they've given
I'm
is
shocked.
Adventurers in Space. Your curiosity and creativity will fuel a journey that's truly out of this world. And that's it.
Like all I can imagine is it's a firmament. That's all the reference I have.
Yeah, but does it mean we're going to get intergalactic diadems? Or a diadem that's intergalactic?
I mean, I can see that, especially when they're like, yeah, you're going to go to other planets. Yeah, like I feel like they might do like mini diadems with the different planets.
Like, I wonder if they're going to give us a spot on the moon to do the firmament area, like crafting type stuff. And then the diadems, there's like multiple diadems and each is like a different like planetscape. But that's just guessing because we don't know yet.
I'm looking forward to that more than the other one.
Oh, I am very much looking forward to
I
the
know.
new field operations. That's right. Give me new Eureka, new Baja. That's even better than Eureka and Baja.
I mean, let's hope it's better than Eureka and Baja. Now, Baja I liked better than Eureka, so if it can keep in that trajectory, great.
Well, I love the gameplay systems of Baja, but I like the look of the zones in Eureka. So
I can see that.
if
Yeah,
I can get
that's fair.
like something that's visually cool looking like Eureka, but they build on the systems they created for Baja, I think that'd be the best of both worlds because we're going into the Shades Triangle. Even the most dauntless of sailors would sooner abandon ship than steer into the Shades Triangle. Be not fooled by the lush and fertile island you spy on the horizon. Men and vessels alike have been lost to its allure, never to be seen again. Yes, the wisest choice is to dismiss it as mere illusion, but of course, there are inevitably those who cannot resist the call of adventure. Me, that's me. I'm that one.
It kind of sounds like Island Sanctuary. Like you're gonna go drop us on an island and just say bye.
But this one's be full of stuff to kill. It's gonna be great.
I'm really looking forward to see what story they add to this because Eureka was kind of like a throwback to some 11 stuff, but here's like Cryle and Cryle's story, and Baja was more of like an Evilise adjacent sort of story that was like, I mean, both kind of tie into, again, I haven't finished either, so I can't give specifics, but either seem to have like a really expansive story when all is said and done, a lot more than some of the side content has had. So I'm really looking forward to see what we do here because we know that, well, it's been implied that there's a lot of FF5 influence with this one. So I'm really interested to see if we get more of the Dawn Warriors, for instance, show up here.
Yeah, and one of the things I really like about Baja is that I know they're not technically fates, but we all call them fates anyways, where they tell a lot of little mini stories within the fates. Like there is a cast of characters in Baja that you learn about mostly through the field notes, but they also show up on the map and they're doing stuff while you're doing these fates and these interactions and these fights. And they come and go, and there's little mini storylines that happen as you go through the various zones of Baja while in the fate chains are doing their thing. And I would love to see a brand new cast of side characters, like different like pirates and swashbucklers and maybe some Garleans, because there's probably some random Garleans around. They can be there, whatever, who cares?
Yeah, where are the Garleans? We haven't seen the Garleans since Endwalker. What are they doing?
We hadn't seen anyone in Eorzea since then. Because if you say pirates, when you say sailors and pirates, I'm like, all right, Merle better be around.
Yeah, have her show up. That'd be cool. Like, yeah, but it could be a very cool piratey adventure here in the Shades Triangle, and I'm really curious to see what they do with it. I am very excited, and I love an idea of being able to just go hang out in a zone and just do stuff. So, I've already waxed, whether I don't think it was eloquent, but I sure waxed a lot about how much I've already enjoyed what they have introduced as the concept of Inconceivably Further Hildebrand Adventures. And so I'm just going to reiterate Tobias, go play it. Go do it. It'll take you like, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 minutes once you read everything, but it is just, oh man, you're gonna be done and be like, oh man, forget 7.2. Where's 7.25? Like, come on, give me that next hit, that next dose of that Hildebrand in your veins.
Now I gotta wait, so I don't have to wait for 3 months, 4 months, maybe.
That's right, you gotta wait for it.
I gotta stretch out my supply a little bit.
Gotta wait for it. You gotta wait for it.
Wait for it!
Also, new variant dungeons. That was one of the standout cool ideas they had at Endwalker, and they've said they're going to bring some form of it here to Dawn Trail, and I kind of want to see what it is.
Really hoping they would at least give us a hint at what it would be. If we don't see a mention of a specific variant dungeon in this upcoming live letter, I'd be very surprised, very disappointed if we don't at least get a name or something.
Yeah, I'm hopefully we'll get something. Although, I mean, I can always, because I don't think we got our first one till 6.3 last time, so
Oh, really?
they may mention, hey, this is coming eventually, but not in this patch. Here's where we're thinking of going next, but yeah, so we may not get it yet, because I feel like they're going to want to, because I don't know if both, but if the field operation or the lifestyle content, if one or both of those come in this one, I would want to wait for variant just to sort of spread out things.
Yeah, for sure.
It also depends on how many variant dungeons they plan on creating. Because last time it didn't happen until 6.3, but then we got one in 6.3, 6.4, 6.5.
Yeah.
We got 3 in a row, right?
It was very surprising. So maybe that's kind of what they're doing, is they're getting a few ready in the tank and then they'll pop those out.
But I could see, for example, if we get a field operations now, then I could see them waiting. But if we don't get a field operations in 7.2, it may not be ready till 7.3. They could fill in the gap with a variant dungeon in 7.2. Then 0.3 gets the first chunk of the field operations. They could do it up that way, but we won't know until they start actually talking about it.
Look, I'm just impatient. I want to know what it is. Give me a name, Yoshi P. Tell me where we're going. You can take another 6 months to do it. Just let me know. We're going to Gomorrah. Let's do it.
Well, and I also want to know what the trial series will be. I really don't want Tural Vidrals. Like, I feel like they're boring. I would rather have a good... Warlet spoiled everybody. Like, that was a great story, great fights, as much as they frustrated me sometimes. Like, that one was wonderful. Like, the Four Fiends, I enjoyed them. They were all story, so, I mean, if we want to go story, that's fine. We just need a story to get there. Like, I don't have any idea what the story is at that point. But even then, and with the Four Fiends, I liked how they did it, because it's like everybody expected them in a certain order, and then we didn't get them like that. Because I feel like they kind of backed themselves into a corner with that one.
It also depends on the theme they go with it, because they all have a theme. Mm-hmm. Whether it was the triad, or the Four Lords, or the Four Fiends, or the weapon series. Like there's always a theme to them, and we don't know the theme. And I think that's the real trick, is that we've seen a couple of Tural Vidral. I keep wanting to throw like extra stank on it, and they don't have it. But they're just the same concept as the Four Lords are. It's the same general idea. So they're just a kind of spiritual creature. So I don't think that's enough for a theme.
Yeah.
Right. They need something more than that, and we just don't know that theme yet. So I think even if they were all Tural Vidral, I think once they give us the theming around it, I think that's what's going to be like. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go. Let's do this. We just don't know that theming yet.
Right. And I was looking more on the list. Do we have any idea where the deep dungeon could be? Because Heaven on High was absolutely obvious. When we got into Stormblood, we went, oh, hey, giant tower. There's the deep dungeon. We were surprised by Eureka, Orthoros, a little bit, but I'm curious to know. I mean, unless there's like some random place in Eureka, in Alexandria. I don't know why I said Eureka.
They've kind of hinted at the trench between Zuck and Yuk-Taral with the bridge that we crossed, and that was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah,
considering the bridge is just a transition there. Like, I wonder if it could be around that. Maybe the entrance is into the Olal, but it's like going down the waterfall, maybe, or something. Yeah, that would be neat.
I'm still I know how Hildebrand has started. I better get my battle on the bigger bridge.
Yeah, right. Back when I first started Dawn Trail, I could have seen them doing another cenote, but considering
that's what
there's
already
a dungeon that's a cenote, but also our treasure dungeons is a cenote. We already have 2, so I don't know if we get more than that. Or I could also see that being another potential variant dungeon, being another cenote.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the next treasure dungeon tier that we're going to get, we know it's going to be in the last zone.
No.
Do we know what's in the
No,
last
no,
zone?
no. The next
don't
one
know
we're
what's the last
getting is
zone.
roulette.
Okay.
You know, that makes me wonder, because now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if it could be in the last zone, because I don't know if there are any maps in there.
There aren't. You can't
Okay.
gather maps in that last zone. So it really feels like it's going to be
An Endwalker situation.
and that could just be another, much like the boardwalk or whatever they called that one dungeon.
Yeah, it's another.
That was just
Yeah.
another section in that area. There could just be yet another section in that area that it's sending us to.
Yeah. Which
Right. It gives us a lot of opportunity to play with the theming.
I can't decide if I like, having the two different maps like that. I kind of feel like because I always prefer the roulette to the picking the doors. But I feel like it was more fun pre-Endwalker when you didn't know which one you were getting. Were you going to get the roulette or were you going to get the doors?
There was a Japanese Twitter post where someone's been documenting all their expeditions into treasure dungeons, and apparently they're starting to they're attempting to find correlation, even with choosing which door might indicate what mobs appear, as well as success rates and failure rates of getting through the doors.
Huh.
And based off their findings, they're seeing a lot of early lefts tend to be good. But I also wonder if most people just start left anyways, because it's the first one you usually see.
Interesting.
So I don't know how much actual, valid math could come out of it, but it was an interesting thing. It's also all in Japanese, so good luck.
Yeah.
Trying to.
My one scientifically researched opinion on maps is never take the middle door first. When there's 3 doors, never take the middle door first.
They did that once with one expansion, and they've never done that idea.
I know. They could do more with maps, I think. I'm curious to see where they go.
Now I want to see someone math out the Monty Hall problem with
But yeah, then we got Blue Mage and Gold Saucer updates. Like Blue Mage, we gotta get to 90.
And do we think we actually get Beastmaster this year?
This year?
There's so much already.
Yeah, it would be late this year, if not next year.
Well, we also don't know, and this is a big.
Oh nope! I know when we're gonna get it. I feel like this might be a Stormblood situation, because if we had FanFest this year, there will be a Beastmaster trailer. Because that's what they did with Blue Mage. Blue Mage was premiered. The trailers premiered at the the introduction to Shadowbringers FanFest, and then we got it later in Stormblood. I could see that happening.
Wasn't it like 3 or 4.4, the 0.4 patch that Blue Mage showed up? So I would imagine it would be the 0.4 patch, which would that's definitely a 2026.
Yeah. So if we had FanFest this year, FanFest, if we have it, probably could be another Thanksgiving FanFest, which was fine. We did it, but yeah, we could see the trailer.
Hey, if they stick that sucker back in Vegas, and they probably will, I'd rather it be
Atlanta. Come to Atlanta, Georgia World Congress Center. It'd be perfect.
It would be. God, it would be.
Like, it really would be. And if of course someone from Square Enix is listening, and of course someone from the community team is listening, go to Atlanta, go to the Georgia World Congress Center. You need to hire someone named Jess Merriman to be your event planner for locally stuff, because she would be great.
No, community folks, holler at us at Chronicle@gmail.com. Like, you want to check out World Congress Center? We can hook you up with folks. Like, we can make that happen. Come on, let's go. Anyways, Gold Saucer updates. I'm really curious to see what we could get because last time they introduced us Fall Guys. What?
That was such a trip. So what? Like, is there been anything they've talked about that we've never seen? Like, yeah, okay, Blitzball, it's not happening. Move on. What? I know snowboarding has always been talked about, but that would be way more involved, because I know Yoshi wanted people to be able to craft their own snowboards and things. What is something we could game? Like, is there another mini game that we don't have? Is there? I mean, I want them to update. I really want them to upload Triple Triad. Like, I don't do the hourly tournaments anymore because I've already got everything in that. The other tournament billboard thing, like, no one does that tournament anymore, to my knowledge. Like, there's no new rewards. Like, I really want them to update Triple Triad in some way.
What is that card-based mini game they introduced in Final Assembly Birth? Was it Queen's Blood?
Yeah.
Queen's Blood, yeah.
Queen's Blood or
Queen's Blood would be great.
Could they do that, but also use the Triple Triad cards as a base for that?
Like, you can use the same cards?
Yeah, because I would hate for them to suddenly introduce a whole new set of cards.
So yeah, like we have the Triple Triad Hall, just make a Queen's Blood Hall, and you can use the same cards, just different rules. I would like to see another Air Force One type of game, or another Cliffhanger type. Cliffhanger and Leap of Faith are pretty much the same thing. So yeah, maybe another type of Air Force One game, like a point and click shooting game or something.
Yeah, I'd be down with that. That I feel could definitely be messed around with, because now that they have the 3 different leaps of faith that they can do on different sets of the hour, because it's always every 20 minutes, so it's top of the hour, hour 20, hour 40. So now they have 3, so they could be the same thing. They could do the same thing for Air Force One if they introduce 2 new Air Force One maps. That I could absolutely see them do.
Or, now hear me out, this is a wild concept. New Chocobo racing maps.
Don't.
Oh, whoa.
No.
That's too much.
Like, I can't. Like, no, my heart.
No, I picked the scab. I'm sorry. I picked the scab.
But then again, I never thought we'd get Kugane Ocean Fishing. That I never expected to see a new set and actually be beyond the initial 3 city-states happen. I didn't think that would happen, because almost everything that they do with this kind of stuff tends to be locked to the 3 city-states. Like, every holiday is only actually in the 3 city-states.
They want new people or newer people to still be able to do it.
So when they did introduce Kugane as ocean fishing, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was wild. I can't believe you did that. But they did it. So yeah, I would love to see new locales for things. Like, you started in Gold Saucer, but then do Air Force One off in Alamigo or Garlemald or on the moon, wherever. That'd be cool.
Maybe we'll get sort of mirror, like, or we'll get franchises of the Gold Saucer where we get, like, one in the Cosmic Exploration area, and they can do things like reskin stuff like that, or like Chocobo Racing.
I mean, we had the race during the Allied Society quest.
That was all cutscenes that you could choose things, but yeah, I would love to see that. Look, if I could get actual wacky races in Final Fantasy XIV, like, sign me the hell up, all 7 hells up. I would be so down for that. Once again, that just feels like too much to hope.
So, my prediction for Gold Saucer events, I will give up Blitzball. I will give up hoping for Blitzball if, and only if, they give us a playable version of Ehrgeiz, God Bless the Ring, for the PlayStation 1 in Final Fantasy XIV. Give us a fighting game. You have these tournaments for Mahjong and Triple Triad and all this other stuff. What we really need is tournaments for fighting games in FF14. And Ehrgeiz, a Squaresoft published, created, developed game, would be a perfect...
I mean, they have that one YouTube video they made where they had
Yep.
Ida fighting Livia. So just turn that into like maybe not be actually energies. Maybe it may not be more of a Power Stone, top down sort of thing. Might more like more of a Street Fighter style deal. But I'd be okay with a fighting game. That'd get me back into fighting games.
Exactly.
Or give us a good version of Dissidia.
Ooh. If you're gonna piss some people off saying that, Basil.
No
A
one.
good version of this.
The last version of Dissidia, no one liked. I haven't talked to a single person who was like, "Yeah, man, that Dissidia ruled." Everyone goes, "I miss the old PSP Dissidias," is what I always hear. So I bet you could pull.
I know what game we need. Theatrhythm.
As long as they give us the new songs beyond Shadowbringers, yeah. I'll stick at that. I really need more tracks.
Like we've had Theatrhythm type game, like we've had little mini games like that with Christmas, so they could easily do something like that.
Yeah, I'm very very disappointed that we don't have any Endwalker, no Dawn Trail tracks. They've not been added to the last version of Theatrhythm. So yeah, I'm very very much missing new maps to play, and it would be a great way for them to do it.
Okay, so my last question is, one, before I get to my last question, I also forgot to actually write down because it wasn't on the website, but we know they announced it because we were there. It was announced at the first fan fest was the raid planner.
Oh man, yeah, I really want to see what that's going to be because I have no idea.
And they talked about it like it was like right before or right after Dawn Trail launched. There was an interview where they talked about, oh yeah, we're working on it. Yeah, it's gonna be good. And they showed off like another screenshot or two, like they had one of the UI guys. So I think it was at a PAX or something. So it's still like they haven't dropped it, so it's got to happen. Who knows when? But it probably happened 2025. But my question is there anything else that you would like to look forward to that they may have not announced?
More storage space. But they've announced it, but some more storage space.
Oh yeah, well there's also the concept of them, taking your house and letting it be whatever size house once you open it up.
Yeah.
You might have like a small plot and you can buy up to medium or large. That was something we could also see introduced at some point this year. Yeah.
Here's something they haven't even announced. They don't ever announce these, but I'm excited to see any new housing exteriors because there's always some fun ones throughout expansions. I mean, that's how we got the newest one on the house for that sea house with the restaurant. Like I would be really curious to see, what some of the newer ones are going to be because you got the Carbuncle house, the Paisa house, Moogle house. I would love a Scree house. I would kill for a Scree house. That would be fun.
I was thinking like a Tirali house would be cool, or an Alexandrian house that looks like original
9.
Alexandria, not quite.
Oh yeah, or like I said, a Solution 9 type house, or yeah, like there's a lot of places we can go with that. They never do any kind of housing design contest, do they? Like they do house furnishing, but I don't know if they've ever done like a actual housing design contest. That's a good idea. Square Enix, get on that.
The last facade with all the moss and stuff outside, wasn't that something people submitted?
Yeah, well, yeah, like they'll do. I don't know if I've seen anyone actually submit a house design. Like you see, like housing items, and maybe that's where they get some of these ideas. Is they take housing items people have submitted and make it into a house design. But I don't know.
Anything that you would like to see happen, Tobias, that you've not seen announced or something we haven't talked about?
I mean, I know I've been asking a lot and demanding a lot of like, the between the dungeons and stuff from Guild Saucer. I recognize that it takes time to do this. I want to make sure that while I am impatient, I'm not pushy about it. This is mostly just the fact that I'm finally caught up and I'm having to deal with the fact that I have to wait now. So I'm a little impatient. I feel like a kid, waiting for Christmas. It's going to get here eventually. But, the truth is I've definitely taken the opportunity to do what Yoshi P has said and play other games and not just spend all my time playing 14. And it's given me some distance and allowed me to, just play other things and still give myself time to have content left to do. One thing that we've just kind of recently done, our group, we kind of got a little tired of doing maps. We're trying to get what are they called? The fantabulous treasure coffers, whatever they're called.
Oh, the Figmental?
The Figmental coffers, yeah. So, we kind of took a break from that, and we've gone to do Eureka, because I've barely touched Eureka before, and I'm still, in Eureka and Nemos, so I haven't even really seen the other cool stuff from that area. So, I'm still doing a lot of that other content. I'm just letting myself, or pacing myself to still have stuff to do in the coming years. So, it's really tough to say what I would want going forward, honestly. I guess I just would want them to continue to improve things like the gear sets, the gunner dresser. I know they've kind of added the new outfit feature, which I haven't really played around with yet. I just haven't really devoted myself the time to really sort my stuff out to see if there's any specific outfits that I could put together. It's really hard to say. There's just a little quality of stuff. I know they're always improving upon, always getting little improvements. I'm ready for more content. I'm ready to see the cool stuff like Cosmic Exploration that we've been promised since FanFest. I remember, my first FanFest, I mentioned that, and it feels weird that we still don't have any idea really what that is. So I just, even if it's not going to be for 2 patches from now, just give us a little drip feed. Let us know what it is. That would be my thing. I'm impatient. I'm 5 years old again. I want it now.
That's probably what the current, the outspoken majority of people complaining about the game. I think you've just hit on the actual complaint, is that they're all 5 again and they want it all now, but that these things do take time. And they're just not sure how to properly enunciate that they want their stuff. But it does take time for things. And the studio development team, they've even said that, hey, we're going to be taking breaks here and there because that's healthy. And we don't want to burn ourselves out making stuff. And people don't. Everyone at the time was like, oh, yeah, man, take as many breaks as you need. We'll wait here patiently. Well, I think there are now folks who have not learned how to be patient. But maybe that's something they can handle in the MSQ, where maybe they can teach us patience. That's what I want. I want a theme for one of these stories that makes everyone cry, including me, to somehow also be about patience and be able to wait for things.
Millennials here, these Shadowbringers, millennials in my generation.
Right.
When our participation variant dungeons.
Oh my god, Basil, we are 14 boomers.
Like back in my day, we were stuck at Camp Dragonhead. Had to climb up the snowy mountains uphill both ways, and we could just see Ishgard, but we couldn't enter it, and that's how we liked it.
It used to be mechanics in Crystal Tower. We used to have to do things.
Back in our day, we teleported to Horizon and walked to the Waking Sand.
We liked it. And meanwhile, I'm over here just like an old soul. I can tell everyone I'm an old soul. I hang out with old folks.
So, yes, this is the Carbuncle Chronicle. Hi. How's it going? Look forward to another year of this. Editing is done by Tobias. So thank you, Tobias, for editing. The theme song is based off the initial AwesomeCast theme song done by DJ and Vito, but remixed, rearranged by Anna. You can find our website at carbunclechronicle.com, or if you go to the AwesomeCast website, it's also there. You can also go to the AwesomeCast Patreon, and we got various bonuses and things there. You can also go to the AwesomeCast Discord and join it and chat with us there. That's the easiest way to get a hold of us. We also have YouTube channels, both for the AwesomeCast and the Carbuncle Chronicle. You should totally like, subscribe, bell, all the things there. You can also go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you go to your podcast. They got reviews. Give us good ones, please. All the stars. We also have various social and media presences at various places, mostly Blue Sky, which you can find at either carbunclechronicle.com or Carbicast. You can also find us various places online, like Blue Sky. For example, mine is It's Basil Time. Anna, where can they find you?
At Angel Darkfire, the middle A is silent.
And Tobias, where can they find you?
I am on Blue Sky at rtobias at bluesky.social or whatever. Just search for R Tobias and you should find me.
Yeah, I know mine's because I did the whole website thing, so mine's it's basiltime.com.
Mm.
And Carbuncle Chronicles
Yeah.
actually is carbunclechronicle.com. But if you just search for it on Blue Sky, you'll find us. So, until next time, never, ever forget, you tank the Bone Dragon up north.
Auroral Uppercut!